When Academy of HRD started in 1990s, we were in a different kind of a situation. Those days we didn't have internet. In fact, even I think straight dialing was a difficult kind of a thing. 1990, I'm talking about. The kind of transportation by air, by road, by so many different ways, the infrastructure, the power, everything that we see today was not existing at that time. So we were in a little bit of a less developed India. At that time, it was very, very important to generate a body of knowledge on human resources or people um and manage them better, build their capabilities, build their commitment or engagement, and build the culture and so on. That is how we started the HRD department. So those days, very understandably, we set the mission of Academy of HRD as a place where scholars from across the world can come, learn about what is happening, because we thought that the academy is a place where you name the book that is available, you name the report that is available, you name the research that is available. It is the single most important source of knowledge collected from across the world on human resources development. That was the kind of a vision we had. That is why, if you see the documents, you would find library as the most important part of the Academy of HRD. Then a few places, houses where people can come, scholars can come from different parts of the world, different parts of the country, stay, and then contribute their knowledge. Uh, by that, we actually meant that practitioners, excellent HR managers who made a difference would come and share the kind of stories that they have had, experiences they have had, and also write about this, make a document available. Like I think today, what Arvind Agarwal and I have started a project of documenting about 25 to 30 case histories of HR leaders. Now we are doing it at our individual level, two of us. But I think if there was an academy, academy should have been a place where each one of these individuals whom we are talking about, or for that matter, any HR leader, would come, spend about a week or 2 weeks or even a month, have some kind of a retreat, give seminars, talk to people about his own life or her own life, and then somebody documents this, and then a small booklet comes out of it. So that is the kind of a concept we had. So these could be practitioners. These could also be academicians who can take a sabbatical month off, sabbatical quarter off, sabbatical year off, come again and then work at the Academy of HRD, do some solid work. Also a place where the academy has people come and giving seminars. That is a way to disseminate knowledge, publish books. There will be newsletters. There will be all kinds of recordings of people and so on. Uh, One of the reasons why academy did not want to start a master's program in HRD, I mean, we were in an ideal position to do that, because when we started a diploma in HRD for all those who carry HR titles, but may not have gone through the basic minimum concepts of HR. So we identified 8 courses, and we said that look, these are the 8 courses that one should go through if you are a master's in HR. But we'll give a diploma for you if you carry the HR title, and we had almost about 150 people enrolled in the first program, 50 in the second program, and another 20, and even a convocation was held for all these people and so on. So this was the kind of a thing. So we said we don't want to be doing a master's program. There are many schools that are offering masters. We want to help them to do right things. So that is how we went to All India Management Association or went to SCM HRD and started giving courses and also giving joint kind of certificates and things like that. But we wanted research to be done through a doctoral program. Now, that is the kind of a concept that we had. Our fellowship program, which is the fellows, there are two types of fellows. One fellows are those who are titled as fellows already and joined the academy. Like we had an L&T fellow sponsored by L&T, Professor Anand Dikshit, working on the Narendra Dikshit, working on the documentation of the organization development experience of L&T. Our OLT working on converting personnel department into HR, or at some point of time we had Nihar and we had Ketan Bhatt working on HR for uh, other sectors and so on. I think we had these fellows. So you had an NDDB fellow, you had a SAIL fellow, you had a L&T fellow, you had we had Sampath who was a AHRD fellow. He was already an Ashoka fellow at that particular point of time. So these were the fellows who are almost professors, and these are the people, they are scholars. But there were another set of fellows who are fellow students of the doctoral program. And we felt that these are the people, executives, who already, because our fellowship program only admitted people with experience. So the people with experience come to Academy of HRD, join the doctoral program, go through some basic minimum courses, work on a thesis and generate a body of knowledge. So we wanted that research also to be done. So there are a whole lot of things we thought at the time. We had the conceptualized the round table kind of a concept. So we pick up a theme and then around it we invite people who have done some good work or who are facing dilemmas and get them to talk and document this. We had about 5 round tables. One on HRD for workers, one on HRD, the role of unions, another one restructuring of HRD, another one on performance management, and so on. And another one on career planning and promotion policies. Each one of them resulted in a book. So this was the kind of a concept we had about the Academy of HRD at that time. Now, if you asked me today how what should be the future directions of the Academy of HRD, um, I would probably say that we need to rethink very much about the academy, because today everyone walks with the entire world in his pocket. So you can get through your mobile phone any summary of any research that is going on. So you know. So you don't need an Academy of HRD. You need only a mobile phone to be able to access some of this. So Academy of HRD therefore will not be adding much of a value if you are saying that I'm going to be a place where all information is available. It is already there. It is there in the net. Anyone can get it. So that's not going to be a contribution. Should I do some original research? Yes. If you do some fundamental research, that could be a contribution. What is the so-called fundamental research? Now we have so many things. Now we have a lot of technology coming up. We have the artificial intelligence coming up. If what is the impact of AI on human being? Our fundamental research is that nowadays Sadhguru and others talk of human is a possibility. Do not reduce a human being to a resource. Human beings should not be measured, etc., etc. It's a point of view. But can we do some kind of a fundamental research, identify wonderful case study to say that look, human is a possibility. Now these are all the illustrations we have of what can be done, and also do some research on what are the disadvantages of measurement. um, it's possible to go through a company and look at some of the people who are considered as excellent performers, and once they were released in terms of their bondage to performance and roles, they are out of the KRAs, KPAs. How did they blossom? Have they from when they transited from human resources to human possibilities? What has happened to them? Now this will be a wonderful kind of a research to be done. Or what is the changing nature of the human being? How are people different today as compared to people 50 years ago or 10 years ago? And what is it that is happening to the younger kind of a generation? What can we learn from the younger generation? Now, multitasking and things like that. I think we can pick up a variety of issues and come up with the position papers periodically. Now, should these position papers be come up by only full-time people at the Academy of HRD? I would say not necessary. The academy becomes a stimulating force. It keeps on stimulating people. It goes to people, let's say, let us assume that we have a very enterprising, innovative director or a head of the academy, coordinator of the academy, or a chairman of the academy. He can be found visiting universities and stimulating them for research, visiting corporations and stimulating them for research. networking with doctoral students across the country, wherever doctoral programs are going on, make some kind of a directory of all those who are doing doctoral programs in HR or allied fields, and constantly keep on, I think, disseminating this information, guiding them, pointing out research areas, pointing out research kind of topics. So it becomes a kind of a, academy becomes a kind of a mentor for researchers, networker for researchers, stimulator for doing some of the new programs in HR and so on. So this is the another thing that I can think of. So in essence, what I would say is the Academy of HRD has already outlived the original objectives with which it has started. Those original objectives may not be required anymore. There are many places which can offer these kind of programs. You don't need a doctoral program. You don't need executive development program. You don't need any of those things. But what you need is a lot of a spiritual stimulation. Academy becomes a place where at best I think you can get people, if you have a good library, people can come spend, I think, still as we originally thought, take a week off, come and then articulate, talk of philosophy, talk of uh, HRD as a spirit and things of that nature, and so on. So I do think that a time has come where academy should change its course of action, stop all the programs, and move in the direction of stimulating positive forces in industry, in the government, in NGOs, disseminating the spirit of HRD, formulating HRD, maybe offering maybe conferences, maybe offering maybe seminars. Nothing more than that. You don't need to. Uh, these are some random thoughts that I have in terms of the future of the uh, Academy of HRD. I hope these thoughts are very useful. Uh, we'll discuss all these on 28th of this month when all of us meet. Thank you.